Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of John Brown TV. We're bringing you the 2019 Kitsap Classic in A-Tier in Washington State. Today on the card, we've got Kyle Crabtree, Hector Diakow, Jared Person, and Shaun Kirk. Sitting next to me is John Brown, and we're going to jump right into this thing.
Let's go. We're on hole one. It's a par 3, 320 feet. Pretty much a little flick or a nice turnover.
Yeah, I think a lot of players that have the forehand are going to be opting for that on this hole. Probably a hole most players are really hoping to get the 2 on it too. It's not a big hole by any measure. Ooh, that was a great turnover shot.
Up next on the tee from Port Moody, BC, Hector Diakow.
Shout out to Lisa Ninehauser reading off every single person that teed off in this tournament.
Shout out for Dylan for pronouncing Lisa's last name.
Oh, did I get it right?
I believe so.
Another great drive over here.
Up
Making
next
hole
on
one
the
look
tee
easy
from
so far.
Apple, Idaho, Jared Pearson.
Making the drive all the way from Idaho is Jared. And all the players on this card are very close to 1,000 rated or higher than that, so we're going to be treated to some really good golf today. Ooh, and a lefty on the card too. That'll be fun to watch.
Big skip.
And that is 3 drives in the circle. That one exceptionally
And next
close.
on the tee from Amity, Oregon, Shaun Kirk.
Oh yeah, big hit good.
Also, Kyle's the only player I've seen play, so these are all going to be new styles of play to me.
That's it.
And,
Looks like a great run.
oh, it's a great shot.
Ooh,
Wow. Looked like it went right over the top.
just over the top. Crash
Kyle.
from about 35.
Putting into what looks like a tiny bit of a headwind.
Well, maybe it was a little bit more than 35. Maybe like 40.
Now, you don't often see him jump putt.
Yeah.
Oh, another one. Just a little too low. I thought we were going to see 4 2s on this. Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow. Maybe we'll only see one.
Come on, Jared.
First hole, Jared.
Come on, Jared. All right. We got a 2. Nice.
Well, there's going to be 53 more holes, so I don't think these guys are going to have to dwell on these missed circle putts too much.
Yeah, that's the best part about disc golf. You forget it as quick as you can. Hole number 2 is a par 3, 335 feet. If you guys are paying attention to the hole info, it will change shortly into like different. You'll see. The layout's 27 holes, so it's not the standard 18 out here.
So you can actually see this basket off to the left, the yellow flag. It's also a red basket. Jared electing to take the lefty forehand.
No, you're good. Okay.
And this tee is kind of challenging because that hillside is just as obnoxious as the camera makes it look.
Yeah.
You have a low ceiling in the branches, but you obviously have to clear that hillside if you're going to the right side of that tree.
I like to go straight up the gut. I don't go over the hill.
I do know several players that take that left-hand gap. I should
Nice
say
hyzer
left
flip.
side, not left-hand.
Nice hyzer flip and just let it stay that side instead of doing the big giant risk going OB.
Kyle playing this pretty safe out to the right. The only OB on the hole is pretty far off to the left, and given the slow motion here, this will be something great. A little long.
Yeah, we had a new catch cam, so forgive the
Yeah.
following.
Good to get the other views, though. This one is way high. This is going to have to get down or watch out for that tree.
It looked like it clipped the trees.
Putting from there can be tough. I drove it into there and I ended up taking a 4. This looks pretty good. Shaun stood this up nice, skipped right by the basket, but that quick playing disc went all the way down the hill. He's going to find the out of bounds.
This is surprising too. It looked like it should have been up against the fence line.
So coming all the way back up the hill, and should you hit cage, you could roll right back down. And Kyle playing from what looks to be an out of bounds position, but I actually think he's safe right there.
Yeah, that is definitely inbounds.
Okay. I believe
That road is just a little wraparound
Yes.
for the cart path. That's not an OB road.
there's actually a T intersection where the road stops becoming OB, and this right turn that Kyle's at is safe. Lays it up for his 3. Yeah, I believe it's that maintenance area that's OB beyond that
Yeah.
point.
Correct.
So Jared lining up another 2, but
Yeah.
elects to lay it up. Probably knows the damage that lurks behind the basket. And he's fortunate to have this look right here, to be that far to the left of the tree.
Oh, he had to straddle the mower. Actually, was that a golf ball retriever?
I think that's what that was.
Tapping in for a 3.
Jared's rocking a pretty nice beard for this tournament.
Couple 3s and a
And
4.
1 lone 4. On what arguably looked like the best drive.
Yeah. It's usually what happens out here. It's a great drive.
Such
and,
quick greens.
Turns a bad drive real quick.
And at least 50% of the baskets throughout this entire course are placed on mounds, elevated in some way. We're going to move on to our first par 4 in hole 3, 655 feet. You're going to have a cart path running down the entire length of the hole, and the right side of it, or being on the cart path itself, is out of bounds. But you have all the room in the world on this left side, which Jared is going to take a little bit too much advantage of and kind of creep over into the trees there. And I kicked out to the middle, though. Going to be a long upshot, though. It's definitely more favorable for the right-hand backhand here, since you can
That's a
hang it out over
crush.
this side and fade away from the OB. And yes, that is nothing short of 450, maybe even closer to 5.
If you can get it in the dead grass, you're doing just fine.
This is another fine shot.
Right in the
All you
middle
need out of this
fairway.
hole, really.
Sounds like the Amazon with all the birds.
You can run into a lot of wildlife out here.
It's surprising if you don't on a day.
Yeah, we might not see any on this coverage just because there have been people out here all day. This is one of the last cards to tee off.
I'm pretty sure I did see some deer out here filming though. It was near the end of the day.
Not too surprising. Here's Jared, furthest out. Looks like he's approaching with a fast-looking disc, fairway driver, maybe a little quicker than that. And he's found the green. Maybe a little bit of straddling he's going to have to do to have a clean look, but well within his abilities.
Shaun throwing a nice little skip around the outside.
I heard it slide across the cart path. That was close, but he's safe.
So all you gotta do really is get it on that hill right by the putting green and let it just kind of fade itself into
Yeah.
the basket.
As long as you land on the right side, it's slopes down to the basket, so this looks perfect. Asking for the skip in. Wow. Some emotion out of Kyle. I'm glad you rewound this back, because he doesn't do stuff like that very often. He's very stoic. Ooh, and I see why that nearly hopped in there for the eagle. That would have been cool. And that was a layup all the way. Didn't want to flirt with any of the cabbage you got right behind the basket. Although this is one of my favorite putting greens out here.
Great putt there, Hector.
Squared it up right in the center. Good to get that first birdie. Jared connects for a birdie as well. Moving to 2 under through 3.
So it looks like we'll have 3 birdies and a par.
And Kyle had to settle for the tap-in birdie 3 on this hole. I'm sure he'll make the adjustment next round. And Shaun tapping in a par. Brings us into another par 4. This one's got a little bit more distance on it, coming in at 750. You're going to be teeing from out of bounds, so you have to get your drive across this path. Should you throw it right into the ground, you're going to be re-teeing with a stroke penalty. And you can actually see the basket way out in the distance up on that hill off to the left side of the screen. And a lot of players are going to be playing into this hillside, but you kind of have a little bit of a weird walk-up on the next shot where you are going to be reaching back for a little bit of power. So to be in the center off there to the left is actually a little more ideal. But you would also be closer to the out-of-bounds danger. Kyle really ripped into this, maybe a little too much, flipped it over. He'll have a chance from there, though. Hector lining up what looks like a nuke in his hand.
That's what I was going to say. Kind of looked like a nuke.
And this is a nice flex. Come on, get some ground play right back to the middle. Yes, that is perfect.
Shaun's a pretty quick player. He gets up there, takes a couple seconds, and then just throws. Not much time for him to think.
I can respect it.
It's a great toss.
That was a
there.
good shot, too.
We're 100% clear, yeah?
Oh, you're 100% clear, Jared. Go get it. Hanging this out a little too close to the OB. That was scarier than it needed to be. He'll be safe, but pretty much just an upshot from there. And Kyle, if I'm not mistaken, it looks like he is going straight at this thing.
Yeah, he tends to do that.
Okay, no, he is going to play the left side. Looked like he was lining up that laser beam.
It's a great shot there.
Did he fall? Did he do just some kind of twirl after a shot? What happened?
Spin. Little pirouette.
And this was a great spot to be throwing an upshot from. Just didn't quite flip it over enough, but he's got a scary putt for the birdie.
Yeah, it looks like about 45 on a hill.
And it slopes off quite a bit.
It does. Right into another fairway.
Hector had a great crush up the fairway here. Hoping he can put this close. Not have to worry about a scary putt.
Ooh.
Looked good.
Yeah, it did.
Now, I would lay this up. That was a little bit of a run. It's amazing how quick the disc can get behind the basket. That could roll.
That's it.
Okay, looks like it didn't.
Yeah, Crab's up, so if it rolled, it didn't roll far.
Off in the background, you can see one of the blue baskets. There's actually 2 full sets of 18 holes out here at Horseshoe Lake, but we're playing on a 27-hole layout that plays a little bit of both of them. A little bit of wind, but no problem for our open players here.
Gonna have Shaun tapping out. What is it 3? No, it's 4.
This is a tough birdie to get. I think Kyle and Jared are the only ones getting the birdie here. Oh, forgive me. Jared must have had to lay that up. Yep. Anyway, we're moving on to Another par 4 coming in at 600 feet. You're going to have a OB path and left. And I believe the golf putting green is going to play OB. I think that's going to be the case on all the holes. And this is another one of those kind of weird tee pads. You're up on top of these hills that are just all over the course. So it's not completely flat footing, but Kyle is making the most of his situation.
A layup crush.
And really being a par 4, only 600 feet, you don't need the biggest arm in the world to really make this hole not too difficult.
In the second round, somebody was putting back at the basket.
Yeah, that's Looney Tunes.
So make sure you guys stay tuned. Check out the second round.
Oh yeah, this action is
See
only
what
going to
was
get better.
happening.
Look at how tight we are right now.
It's a great tournament. I enjoyed
Shaun really laying into this one.
filming and editing this one.
Plus, you gotta love this one. This one's in our backyard.
Yeah. Although, if you get to choose camping or staying at home, I think you should choose camping because it was a blast.
Always should be. Jared coming in with that lefty hyzer approach. Sounded like he caught some wood there. And Kyle, pretty far up the fairway here. Looks like he's got a putter in the hand. Floating that one down nice.
Making easy work of the par 4.
I think that'll make him 3 for 3 on the par 4s.
This hole's deceptive when you're on top of driving down to on your upshot. Makes you want to throw to the left of the trees, and you really need to throw to the right if you're going to have a look at the 3.
That was a really good effort from an awkward spot. Nice putt.
Shaun getting back to even.
Yeah, I think that might have been his first birdie of the round. It's always good to get that one off of the chest.
Hector going to neg 3. Kyle should be going to neg 3. Hopefully I don't jinx him here, though.
I've done that to him before, but I mean, he's so good, I almost kind of, like, try to at this point.
Test him. I don't think it affects him, really.
It comes from an endearing place.
Especially months after he putted.
Alright. Brings us into hole 7.
Which is also actually hole 6. It's because the
Oh, I
the
gotcha.
holes are played differently. 'Cause we're
I
playing
gotcha. So that's
hybrid.
just the tee sign information, but in the tournament.
We're on hole 6.
Yeah,
it's
forgive
par
me.
3, 360 feet.
This is a downhole,
It's
substantially
a death
downhill.
putt drive. If you're running the basket and you do not don't draw metal or check up real quick, you're gonna go OB for sure.
Kyle with an overhand, looked like a thumber, probably about 50 or 60 short. Hector hung this out kind of wide right, but that actually came back quite nice. And Shaun flipped this over way too much, and with the downhill slope of it.
Gone.
Yeah. Long story short, she gone. And this
intimidating
needs
for
to
a
get
lefty,
down
yeah.
too. Okay. Collects in that taller grass right there.
I think they left that knot mode right by the tree just to catch the discs.
Kyle with a little bit of a jump putt layup, half bid, half layup. And I just got to give a quick shout out. This wasn't in the tournament, but they host weekly doubles here, money doubles, and there's a $500 ace pot that Dominic Muscolo hit on this hole with a judge. So That's an impressive feat that I think the world just needs to hear about.
Go Dom. He's an EMT, so he does good for everybody.
Yeah. Might save your life someday. Jared leaves that just low. Hector coming back. Saving it. Those are big putts. I know early in the tournament they just don't quite seem as important, but I mean, it's been said before, it'll be said again, they are all equally important. And Kyle to save his 3, hopefully not get too distracted by this squirrel going crazy.
It's not gonna stop, is it?
Not today. Not on this hole. Alright. I think that was 3s for everybody. A little bit boring, but we're moving on.
Going into hole number 7, I believe?
Yes, this one has been a nightmare for many people I know. You are teeing from OB again in this one, so you have to cross that path to the right. If you hit one of these early trees, you're re-teeing. I've seen some people that are so stressed out about it, they actually tee off all the way to the right, and if you have a big hyzer...
It happens.
Yeah.
I have been eaten alive on this hole, and after 3 discs, then took the outside
Yeah,
route.
here we are. Exactly what I was talking about. And you don't need a substantially big shot.
I'm pretty sure this hole alone cost Scott the tournament 2 years ago.
Oh, I'm sure
He
he's
had
not
a
the only one
4-stroke
that's gotten...
lead and got a 8 on this hole or a 9 on this hole.
Their day ruined on this hole. Anyway, taking that right side gap, you'll have a longer upshot, but it is still a gettable bird.
I don't think it's too much longer. I watched it.
Oh, no. Ooh.
I knew I was going to do that.
At least he can laugh about it.
I did my best to edit that one out, guys.
Yeah. He knew he was gonna do it. Oh, that was close too.
I think Jared trimmed that branch so Shaun could go under it.
Shaun's like, I'm gonna take advantage of this now. And he's officially been scared out of taking that gap now. He's going around the outside.
He's smart. It only took him 1 disc. And he doesn't lose much. Like, you can get to the green from the outside route. It's not something that's hard.
No, it's not a superhuman
It's just
feat.
precise.
Although this isn't gonna do it, I don't think.
He can get to the green.
Yeah, the wrong one.
He got to the green.
You are not wrong. He got right to the middle of it.
Sorry, Jared. We're laughing with you, not at you.
Big hyzer, a little too big. I think he just skipped across the path. Oh, no. He's got the Crabtree thumb up approval. He's safe. Not by much, though.
He was scared.
He knew it.
You know you've done something when you got Crabtree spotting for you.
Or if he's giving you a thumb up. This was a big drive. This upshot is deceptive. You have to hang it out wider to the right than you think. Can't really see the basket here, but you can see the yellow flag flapping in the dark over there. Needs to be careful with the upshot too.
Yeah, I think that OB to...
Yeah, that's
OB.
two penalty strokes for him on this hole. Cannot take a third one. Oh, Shaun, you wanted it. So close.
Here we go,
There we
Hector.
go, sweet birdie. Yeah, that tree
Dropping
that he was
in
putting
at
right
4.
by, that had to have been what saved him. If I've been paying close enough attention, Kyle should be putting for a birdie here.
Yes.
I need to take this in. I need to analyze and learn. Wow, that squirrel is gonna get him eventually. It's trying so
It
hard.
was timing him on that. I feel like Shaun looked a little defeated there in that putt. He
Yeah.
wanted that birdie. Ugh. Only used that triple bogey graphic a couple times, Jared. Let's not do that again. Going into hole number 8, 675 feet, par 4.
This one has OB on the path up to a certain point, at which point it elbows out to the left and wraps around the putting green.
I feel like if you can throw 150 feet, you shouldn't have to worry about the OB on this hole. Because that's about all you have to clear.
Someone on my card barely cleared it.
Well,
they threw it right into the ground.
Could have been trying a roller and just didn't pan out too well.
Oh no, it was just a bad shot. I was actually playing with Quinn in round 1, and he was not who threw it right into the ground. He actually threw it nearly pin high.
Oh, I wish I could throw it almost pin high.
On a nearly 700-foot hole, playing slightly uphill. Me too, buddy. Me too. Shaun using all of the fairway.
That didn't look like it's going to stay.
I think it did. I think it did.
That'll do.
Nice.
As good old Shrek will say, that'll do, donkey. Ooh, hangs it out way left.
It's coming back to the right though. Finds the
fighter.
middle. He'll be okay.
That was a beefy disc on a hyzer.
Furthest out, but he's still well within range. This basket is kind of up on that hill and a little to the left, tucked behind those trees.
I believe that road plays OB.
I think actually at these yellow stakes right here in the middle of the screen is where the OB ends on the road and begins to go off to the left. And this is a fortunate roll. Good upshot with a good result. And I'm seeing a golf cart up ahead. I'm guessing this must have been the film crew's golf cart, because I know we didn't have them during the tournament.
Yeah, sometimes you get the luxury when you're holding the equipment. You're just holding toys, plastic discs. We gotta lug all that camera equipment around.
And
That 1 2-pound camera.
Hector looked like he put it close to the circle at the very least. Kyle putting it well in the circle.
Carts out here at Horseshoe are very handy for the film crew, though. That way we can bounce between all 4 drives and still get the good shots.
Plus, who doesn't like driving the cart?
It's like Mario Kart. It's my favorite part about
Nice
Horseshoe.
putt. With a little bit of a left to right crosswind. Hits it on the strong side, gets it to stick. Shaun looking to do the same. A little short. Kyle getting low.
I was gonna say, he looks really intense for this putt. He wants this one. Hector's trying to pull away. Kyle's not letting him.
Not really, but
Honing the inner Eric McCabe. Three birdies and a par.
And that's going to bring us into the final hole of this first 9. It's a 800-foot par 4, so you need 2 big shots if you are looking to get the birdie 3 here. Not much in terms of danger.
And there's a low ceiling, so it makes it really hard to try to throw a roller, which is my usual
Yes.
go-to when I try to bite off a lot of distance.
A lot of players when they're trying to really maximize. And Kyle laughing, just a mid. I'm not sure if he's joking.
Yeah, he was joking.
Okay, yeah. And he's good, but I don't think he's going to be throwing a mid-range on an 800-foot hole. Hector looking to follow suit. Got that nuke in his hand, flipping it over nice. Flexing it back.
right in the center.
Now, even right there, he's still probably at least another 400 out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that low ceiling really does hamper everything but that line drive shot.
And the lack of real tee pads makes it, after a certain amount of groups play through,
Yeah,
a
the
little
pad
bit
begins to
harder-
change.
yeah, harder footing on that for your tee
And
dogs.
Jared caught the iron leaf there.
Alright, Clammo. I think that was more of a branch than a leaf.
Nope, iron leaf. Shaun lays into this
Great
one pretty
shot.
nice.
Right down the center.
I hear the disc goes farther if it matches your polo.
I'll have to remember that.
I've only heard of it. I can't attest to the truth.
I get to play my weekly round of disc golf tomorrow. I'll let you know.
Jared throws this really, really straight, but still going to be
My drive, but you know.
still going to be a couple 100 feet away at least.
I swear that squirrel's been following him all around.
Yeah, he's actually out to get Kyle Crabtree.
Somebody got a bag of peanuts.
But he's trying to look
Pissed
a
off.
little less conspicuous, so he's going to do it to some of our other players as well.
You can hear the wind's picked up quite a bit here.
Yes. You can see all the branches moving. Horseshoe Lake definitely gets very breezy down these big open fairways.
It does. Every time I fly my drone out, it's blowing back and forth.
Yep, you can see his shirt moving. And this is kind of looking in danger of going OB left. I think it did, yep. You can see the basket there on the right, but the OB cart path loops around it.
That's what I'm talking about. Shaun's just ready to roll.
He is a quick player, and it looks like he has found the OB as well. Kyle in a great spot. Really putting some power behind this one. This might catch too. This was wide enough. Yeah, he's putting for a birdie.
Kicked up a little bit of sand there. I saw the dirt or the dust at the end. It's
And
a
I
good
think,
spot
I
to
think
take,
the sand trap on this hole actually plays safe.
Yeah, they talked about making it out of bounds with the penalty, or however they play that.
There's too much grass in it, though. It'd be very tough to determine where that line is. And Jared, after bringing it in a meter. Good effort.
He wanted it.
Yep. Trying to save it. And Hector, after taking an OB stroke
got
as
it
well.
down,
This is
but-
to save a par. Gonna be dropping 2 to Mr. Crabtree. Ooh, I thought that was looking pretty good for a second there. Alright, guess I'm getting a little ahead of myself. He is probably gonna make this, but there's a chance he could miss this.
Was that Crabtree that said after he said nice one?
I hope.
That was a pretty quick response there if it was.
Be humble. Oh yeah.
Damn straight it was a nice putt.
Shaun tapping in a bogey after the unfortunate out of bounds penalty, as will Hector, I believe. And that's gonna wrap it up after Jared taps in. Wrap up our front 9 here.
Crabtree at a neg 6, Hector neg 4, Jared +2, and Shaun at a +2.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Make sure you tune back in for the next part. There's a whole lot more golf to play here.